Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Blackmagic here, and welcome to the long-awaited At Top 5 episode where I'll be discussing my 5 personal favorite weapons to use in Battlefield 4. Now, before we start off with number 5, I want to just remind everyone out there watching that if I do not mention a weapon or weapons that you like to use from Battlefield 4, then please leave me a comment in the comments section. Let me know what your top 5 or your top 3 or even your just one favorite gun to use in Battlefield 4 is. Also, if you feel I've misranked these weapons in any way, try to keep in mind that these are just my opinions, so they could very well differ from yours. Now with that said, let's get started with number 5. So at number 5 we have the SCARH. Now the SCARH has a 34 damage output and is one of the first assault rifles that you unlock. It has a clip size of about 30 rounds per magazine and a reload time of about 2.75 seconds or so, and a fire rate of about 600 RPM. Now this gun is great if you just unlocked it, and it did pretty well for me when I first started to use it, but the reason it's not ranked any higher is due to the amount of recoil and the somewhat slow reload speed. SCARH's best use is short to medium range and has one of the higher damage outputs than most assault rifles in the game, which is why it's on the list at number 5. So coming in at number 4 is the ACWR. So right after I started to unlock the other assault rifles beyond the SCARH, I wanted to check out the carbines, and I was not disappointed at all because I would have never fallen in love with this gun. The reload time is about 2.5 seconds from an empty clip, and even though it has a slightly smaller clip size at 27 rounds per magazine, it has a higher rate of fire at 850 RPM, making it a pretty efficient weapon in my opinion. Now even though the damage output is between 17 and 20, the rate of fire combined with accuracy will get you some nice mid to long range kills, but I usually find myself in a lot more mid-range gunfights whenever I use it. Now if you first unlock the ACWR and you're thinking to yourself, why is this on his list? Trust me, use it for a while, unlock some of the attachments, start throwing those on there, and you will see why. Now moving on to number 3 is the UMP45. I had my mind set on assault rifles and carbines for the first few weeks after Battlefield came out, so I didn't really focus that much on engineering, but once I unlocked that UMP, that's all I really played with for quite a while. The reload speed is about 2 to 2.5 seconds, and at 600 RPM it's pretty deadly at close range. But due to a smaller clip size of 26 rounds per magazine, it is a bit limiting at times. You can still get plenty of kills with this SMG though, and one of the main reasons it made it to the top 3 is because I've had plenty of great games with it, and it's definitely a weapon for fans of close quarters combat. On to number 2, we have the FAMAS. The second assault rifle on this list also has a smaller clip size, but packs a fire rate of 1000 RPM. And even though I've unlocked other assault rifles since unlocking this one, the FAMAS is just my go-to gun. I've gotten quite a few short to mid-range kills and a good amount of long shots as well, but the reason that I stick with the FAMAS is because I've had a great time with it since day one. Now the only issue that I really have with this gun is the small clip size of 26 rounds, but the gun does reload fairly quickly, so it doesn't even really bother me that much at all. And now we've come to my number 1 favorite gun in Battlefield 4, the PDWR. Now I know what you're thinking, and yes, I am an SMG fanboy, but can you really blame me? The PDWR has a 31 round clip size, and with a fire rate of 750 RPM, where can you go wrong? This gun has served me well time and time again, and at close to medium range combat, it is super deadly. But it does start to climb a bit after the first few rounds, so longer distance kills can be a bit tricky. Now before I started using the PDWR, I was set on using the CBJ-MS due to its larger clip size and fire rate, but once I unlock a new gun, I always like to test it out and see how it performs. So once I started using the PDWR, I never really went back, and it is my go-to gun for those team deathmatch maps where I know that there will be plenty of run and gun action for me to get into. Anyways guys, that's going to do it for this episode of At Top 5. Did you like my top 5 list? If not, let me know in the comment section why you did not. If you've liked the video, please be sure to leave it a thumbs up and let me know in the comment section why you liked it. You guys can follow me at Blackmagic on Twitter and Blackmagic at Steam and all that kind of stuff. And if you have not already done so, please do take a second and click that subscribe button. That way you're kept up to date on all my latest videos. One more time, thank you guys very much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.